So, you all came with me because we all talked a little bit about language and hurtful language, and you have an interest in thinking about maybe some ways to address that in your school.
Yeah, or like nicer, or like a nicer way of saying a nicer word.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of the R word.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so rather than, I love that we're using the R words rather than actually like using the word itself. And so I wrote kind of a blank here, but when I say like that show, like R word, you know what I'm talking about, right? That's an expression that you hear. Do you ever hear that show gay in your school kind of used in the same way?
Yeah.
So both of these expressions get used a lot in schools, and the students that I work with, they find this expression really hurtful. Just like you were talking about, you find the R word really hurtful, like they find this expression just as hurtful. And so sometimes, when we challenge people on this language, they'll push back and they'll say like, I didn't mean it that way. That's not what I intended, but we can still let them know that it's hurtful, right? Like even if they didn't mean to offend anybody or they were just not thinking about what they were saying, like we can still let them know that it hurts. So one of the strategies that I teach to my students on how to do that in a quick, effective way is called name it, claim it, stop it. Have any of you heard of this?
No.
All right.
Name it, claim it, stop it.
Name it, claim it, stop it. So it's 3 quick steps. And the way that this works is, let's say you're walking down the hallway or you're in the classroom and you hear somebody say, "That's so," and then they use the R word. So step 1 is you name it. And really what that means is you just repeat back what they said. Like, hey, I think I just heard you use this word. And you can repeat it if you want to. If you don't feel comfortable actually saying the word, then say like, you know what, I think I just heard you use the R word. And then claim it. This is a really important piece. So what claiming it means is you somehow make it personal. So you let them know why that's hurtful, because otherwise people will just keep saying it and they're like, it doesn't matter, nobody really cares. So for example, when I was in Target a couple of weeks ago shopping, there were a couple of young guys standing by me and I heard one of them use the R word, like say, "That's so," R word. And so I walked up to the guys and I said, "Hey guys, I think I just heard you say this word." And then what I did is the claim it piece, and what I said was, I have a lot of friends with disabilities, so I find that word offensive because I know that it hurts their feelings. And then the third piece is stop it. And so what you do then is you tell them what you'd like them to do. And for me, that's usually as simple as saying,
Can you please stop?
"Can you please stop?" Or think about a different word that you could use, or please say something else. Please don't say that word. So all 3 steps together, I would be like, hey, I think I just heard you say this word. I have people in my life with disabilities and I know that they find that word offensive. Please don't say that word anymore.
Or couldn't like to stop it be like, couldn't you tell them to like please stop it, and you were trying to have people like stop saying that word in your school? Couldn't that be like to stop it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Almost like when you're trying to do the name it, claim it, and stop it. It's almost like what happened to me in school, like in school year last year almost.
Sure.
That my friends and I were playing football, and my 2 best friends were yelling to me like "fat boy," "Hey fat boy" or something.
Sure.
So then I just said, "Really guys, fat boy?" And then I would still keep on playing though, but then after another friend just said that to me, I was like, okay, I'm done with this. You guys better stop it or I'm not going to play anymore.
Yeah.
and then they actually stopped.
Good, good. And sometimes, you know, there's another step that I add to this, which I think can be just as important, and that's walk away. You know, because sometimes people will want to stand there and debate with you about it. You know, you said that right now the R word is kind of controversial, and there are people that will say, it's not a big deal, that's not, you know, how it's used anymore, people just need to stop being so sensitive, and they'll try and get into an argument about it. So, like, what I always try and do is, like, I name it, I claim it, I stop it, and then I walk away. You know, I'm not going to get into that debate with them. Like, I let them know this word is hurtful, I want them to use a different word, and that's it.
And then you leave.
And then you leave,
I
right?
have a question.